My name is Major General Irene Trial Harris, United States Air Force, retired. I rose in the ranks during the early days because of very supportive parents, a willingness to take a risk, seeking new opportunities, having really superb mentors, pursuing advanced education, and I had this insatiable desire to achieve my dream of becoming a flight nurse. And anything I did, I was very passionate about it, all my endeavors. And on top of that, I had two uncles that served in the U.S. Army during World War II. So at about age 14, though, what really inspired me, we were in the cotton field one day, and I said to my brothers and sisters, one day I would like to work and teach on airplanes. Because what I was observing at that time was an airplane flying over the cotton field with that contrails, and at that point I had no idea why I said what I said. Having 10 brothers and sisters, picking cotton, low income, minority. But in spite of that, I wanted those wings, and I had no idea how I happened to think about that phrase and make that statement, way back then. But it's interesting. In spite of all the challenges, I was able to become a flight nurse, becoming an instructor, a medical crew director, and a flight nurse examiner, reaching the top part of that particular profession in becoming a flight nurse.
Amazing.
Wow. I think so.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. Okay. Wow. Now, now, have you written a biography yet?
Yes, I've written two books, and my last book was called Bridges, Building and Crossing Bridges, and that really describes my journey from the cotton field to Yale to Columbia to the White House.
Oh, my God.
Right, yes, and it's just not about me. All my writings include my family, my friends, and my professional people, because it's never about me. It's always about helping and bringing others along the way. And you'll see in my bio where I helped my brother through medical school. He became a flight surgeon. Another brother became a pilot, a sister a nurse, one senior police captain in New York City. Others went in their own small business, but it was all about helping others become successful. It was never just about me.
Oh, my God.
And that's what really keeps me inspired.
Yes. Oh, of course, but this is an amazing story. Since the start of your career, how has the military changed, in your opinion?
There have been many changes, and really based on policy, and that includes rank. It's the opportunity to serve in the senior rank, senior assignments, educational opportunities, and senior school assignments. Now, those things didn't happen to a lot of women and minorities when I joined in 1963. Now, since that time, there was a pregnancy restriction policy on women until 1971, which was there could only be 2% female in the entire DOD, that's Army, Navy, Air Force, everybody. So basically it was 98% men and 2% women. But what happened in 1976, the Air Force opened the Academy to women. So we got a lot of women going in for all types of profession, including pilot training. There was many other policy changes. For example, in 2010, the women can serve in combat, ground training. In 2014, they can serve on ships. But when that law was changed to allow more than 2% women, they also entered the Selective Service Act. So that became an all-volunteer service in 1973. So anybody can join. So many women, officers, and enlisted, join. So those are the policy changes that help women get those in increased numbers. And by the way, my entire career, I always worked on committees and councils to help change policy. Because even with a doctorate, a lot of experience, sometimes you couldn't make headways unless you went for changing legislation. That was one of the key things I had done to help all women.
Okay. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes,
okay,
right.
Now, so let's see. Would you recommend a military as a career option for young women, and why?
I would, because it is a privilege serving your country. It's not for everybody, but it's a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very unique experience you're not going to get any other place because of the education and travel opportunities, working in teams, knowing how to work with people across party lines, across professional lines. The key is to get policy change, to get things done, and that's all about cooperation and collaboration. And anybody that's been in the military, they enjoy their retirement benefits, and sometimes they don't realize what that involved. Buying a house, no money down, educational opportunity, worldwide travel. And what they don't realize, back in 2012, we helped with an educational bill that allows the spouse or children to use the veterans' educational benefits for college if they don't want to use them. Now, there are hundreds of kids in college these days using their parents' GI educational bill under the new GI Bill. And if you speak to some of these parents, and they're saving thousands of dollars, so they are very, very happy.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, okay, so now the fifth question is, what were the extraordinary events you most remember during your years in service?
Well, the initial one was being commissioned in the New York Air National Guard in 1963. And the reason for that, there were very few minorities, especially women, and I was joining a flying unit. Most of the time, people join like a hospital or clinic unit, but this was a flying unit. After that, my graduation from flight nurse school in Texas is my most cherished accomplishment. That was in 1964. And the third thing was being selected and assigned as a clinic commander in the New York Air National Guard. So I became the first African-American female and minority to command a medical clinic.
Wow.
This was in the 347-year history of the Air National Guard and the Army Guard. So think about the history made in 1986. So I really, really cherish that.
Wow.
And later on in my career, being promoted to general officer, the first one, I got my first star in 1993 as a brigadier general, the first African-American female in the National Guard to be promoted to general officer, 1993. Progressed on, 1998, 5 years later, received my second star as a major general. So I became, at that time, the highest-ranking African-American female in the whole National Guard. That's Army and Air.
Oh,
so
wow.
Right, yes. But what I really cherish and was so proud of, my lifelong joy was mentoring students and others. I always brought others along, not just my family, people in my church, people I met at work, people I met wherever, but the key is, I believe, in paying it forward for the next generation and helping people. It's not, again, just about me. It's about what we can do with the education and experience we have to help others.
Oh, absolutely. This is amazing. Oh, my goodness. So now what are the title of your two books once again?
Yes. The first one is called Sky High. No Goal is Out of Your Reach. That was published in 2010. And the second one is called Bridges, Building and Crossing Bridges. That was published in September 2015, and are all on Amazon.com.
Okay. 2015. And I'll pull those and put them inside of the article so they can see it.
Right, yes. And I had sent a list to panelists too that I had chapters in other books, so, there's other kinds of things. But the key thing I want to stress also to people that, there's opportunities out there now, and I'm pushing kids to do all they can do. I want them to think about my career, where I started in the cotton field. I was able to earn senior flight nurse rings, a doctorate, 2 stars major general. I wrote 2 books, became a senior service executive at the VA, and a White House political appointee serving 2 presidents, Bush and Obama. Not just one, but 2.
Goodness.
So
amazing.
Right, yes, right.
Oh,
and I think,
God.
You probably saw it online, but there's a Major General Tri Harris, Chapter Tuskegee Airmen in New York. We'll be giving out we've given out 188 scholarships to students for aviation, STEM, pre-med, pre-law. So again, it's all about giving back and paying it forward for the next generation.
That is thank you. Oh my God, it is so inspiring. Pam said, she said, you are going to love her. And I was like, but you are just anointed and inspiring. I really thank God. This amazing story. It really, really is. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It's wonderful. This is very wonderful.
And you're welcome. But I like to do this because I want to inspire others. You know, really, that's what it's all about.
Oh, oh, we're inspired. I'm inspired. I'm shocked. I'm really, I really am. It's an honor. It's truly, truly an honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I will talk with you soon. Thanks. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.